Hi, thank you for being here today. My name is Kate T. Benson. I believe that for the first time in history, enlightenment is available to all of us. And my focus in my newsletter and in my podcast is on helping folks, a general audience, achieve enlightenment and experience a whole lot more good and a whole lot less bad along the way. Today, I want to share something that I've learned about self-improvement, or what I like to call a whole lot more good and a whole lot less bad along the way to enlightenment. And that something is called Yechidah. Now, Yechidah is an ancient secret from Kabbalistic mysticism. And the basic idea is that a part of you, a part of your soul, is rooted in the Creator, literally. Pause for a moment to consider just what an amazing idea that is, that a part of you is literally rooted in the Creator. A super simple one-sentence summary of Yechidah is that your Yechidah self, it's your truest self. And what that means is that there is a voice that is available to you right now that is the voice of your truest self. I call this the Yechidah script. So most of the time we're living according to our ego-based storyline. And our ego-based storyline includes all the stories that we tell ourselves and others about who we are. Like, I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer. And it also includes all the stories that we tell about what we're thinking and how we're feeling, like I'm tired or I'm sad. The ego worries a lot about what others think and about not being as good as others. In fact, the ego is mostly driven by fear and jealousy. And jealousy comes from the fear that we're not as good as others or as good as someone else. But the part of us that's rooted in the Creator, our Yechidah self, that part is not afraid, and that part does not worry if it's good enough. Our Yechidah self, it does have its own storyline, and it's the story about you that's told by the part of you that's rooted in God. That part of you knows exactly who you are and knows exactly what you're here to do. And so when we tap into our Yechidah self, we transform from orienting from this place of ego where we're worried about what others think and whether we're good enough. And instead, we revolve around our Yechidah self, meaning we revolve around the center where we know exactly who we are and exactly what we're here to do. So in my fourth podcast, I talk about how to transform from being ego-based to being Yechidah-based. And there is no greater transformation than learning to operate from your Yechidah self. For my self-improvement junkies, the Yechidah, it's where it's at. So then in my fifth podcast, I talk about what life is actually, what it's like to actually experience your Yechidah self at your center, to orient your life from that place. And the basic idea is that we all truly are special snowflakes, like that we truly are special snowflakes, but that we're special snowflakes with a very special job to do. That no one else is you, and no one else can be who you are and do the job that you do. That no one else is here to be who you are, and that no one else is here to do the job that you're here to do. I also talk about how our values spring from this part of us, from our Yechidah self. And because it's our truest self, our Yechidah self. And so when we're working on the things that we value, that gives us a sense of meaning and a sense of purpose. And I talk about how being who we really are, our true self, our Yechidah self, and fulfilling our unique responsibility, doing the job that only we can do, that it's not only meaningful, it's also a lot of fun. So if you're interested, y'all can find links below to both those episodes. Thank you so much for your time today. If you're curious, you can learn more about me and sign up for my newsletter on my website. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kate T. Benson. And there is a developing Kate T. Benson community on Facebook. And there are links for all of these below. If you liked this, please hit like. It helps others to find it too. Thank you again so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.